Please be careful about seeking power alone, because anything ill-gotten or gotten out of order will eventually get you. See, we look retrospectively at King Solomon and say, how could the wisest man on earth be so foolish to marry 700 wives and have 300 concubines? Think about this. He was the wisest man on earth. So who would he consult? It wasn't that wisdom left him. It was that it was misguided and distorted by deception. Similarly, today we can go into churches and our spirit is so hungry, but our souls don't know how to articulate what we want. And so we go seeking into practices that are new age, not even knowing us that. We read books that we later need to get deliverance from because we don't have the spiritual intelligence by those in the pulpit and those who are our leaders to guide the wisdom that God wants us to exact dominion through. We have very good preachers and teachers, so this is not condemnation, but it's a reality check so that we're not looking on Solomon and looking down on him when we have that same reality that's just translated differently today. You think Solomon cared about all those women? He could have that as much as he wanted to. He made a covenant with those women because it was a translation as the term of agreement in the dark realm to have covenant with the dark kingdom. See, he went there because he wanted more power so that he could have the wisdom to have political strategy. He, being under the Lord of Lords, initially knew as the wisest man that everything in the natural germinates in the spirit. But obviously he wasn't patient enough, he wasn't trusting God enough, and he wanted to go his own selfish way. So he got involved with spirits of the dark realm, and he was probably, I'm sure, deceived as well, and made a covenant with the dark realm. On earth, we have marriages, they are covenants, and because we have free will, we don't really take it seriously. But people who are wise, you understand the implication. So how did that translate? For every woman that he married, he gained a new dimension of power for the deity that that family served. In addition, he married into families of enemies. That was a wisdom that came from those deities because they knew the covenants they had established with those families, and you cannot attack families. So you marry into it to secure your borders as well as your power. So he wasn't unwise after all, but it was misguided wisdom. It was a wisdom that surpassed Sophia, but it got into the spirit realm, which is dangerous. That's why I implore you, please, before you seek the hand of power, seek the heart of the Father in Jesus' name.